Hello everyone. Today I have something else excellent for you. The last video was multiplayer, but this video I'm moving back to single player for a 14-player Polaris match on domination on a continents map. Please enjoy the video, and if you do, leave a comment to tell me how it went. I've got Hoodrick for the second game in a row. Let's not let this be a repeat of last time where I got wiped out quickly. I mean, I wasn't technically wiped out, but I had some problems. We'll get hunting. And let's just go for the ruin. Hoodrick will probably take me off, but that doesn't matter. My starting unit can't do any damage anyway, so yeah, okay, that was about to be expected. This may be a long game, but I'm going to get Workshop rather than Explorer. Because I think if it's not Perfection, where you can't steal tech, then I think the Explorer really has limited use. My plan here is going to be to get Organization, get Forestry, get Fishing, and then level up my city enough to get a Gaami and then start attacking people. I don't think there's any other real strategy I can use. I'll obviously get a city wall, I think it's a good investment. I'm already getting a headache from all this fighting. I'm gonna have to put a guy there, and we'll grab the tech. End our turn, since we have nothing left to do. I really hope Yadak barge in, because otherwise, yes Yadak, come on. Because otherwise Hoodrick are gonna start steamrolling us. Which is really strange, because they only have a level 1 capital. How are they managing to spam so many archers? Never mind, realism aside, Hoodrick are a threat, so we'll just keep recovering our unit and building new ones, and we should be fine. Imperius are really going for it as well. We can just put a guy there, and we'll get level 3 city. They won't break that city wall anytime soon, unless they bring in serious volumes of archers and will start targeting me. Thank you, Yadak. That was my warrior. I'm gonna remember that. Okay, so we got some more guys coming in. Obviously, they're completely unintelligent, so they don't understand the concept of city walls defending me. Do I grab organization or fishing, or just keep going? I don't know, I kind of want archery, because archery will let me build those ice archers to freeze the other units as they come in. Well done. Okay, well at least some of them have backed off now. That gives me a chance to start an attack. I don't think I'm going to get level 4 city right now, and when I do I think it'll be a border growth moment, otherwise it'll be difficult to level things up. I've got a lot of fish outside my territory, so that'll be quite helpful. I'm just going to target Hoodrick here because their archers are pretty soft, so not too difficult. Imperius will probably barge in with 5 riders if I know them. That's why I've got 2 warriors next to my capital to help defend if they siege it. Okay, well I think the attack on Hoodrick might have to wait. Our ice archer isn't on enough health to attack him on right now. We'll take the Yadak guy out, since they annoyed me earlier. We can build an ice archer. A battle sledge might have been the better choice, but at least the ice archer can freeze people and move a little bit with a little bit more speed. Since the battle sledge doesn't even have dash when it's not on ice. We'll move over here and we can take that Imperius guy out. I might actually change plan and go for Imperius, whereas Hoodrick and Yadak are basically cancelling each other out, so I won't really need to attack either one. Okay, so we've got fishing, now we're 1 tech away from being able to level up our city to level 4 and then potentially level 5 and get the Gaami. This video is already called the Gaami Night Steamroll, and if you don't already know why that is, that's because my Polaris tactic is largely to spam Gaamis and Knights and force my opponent to submission that way. It doesn't work very well in multiplayer because you have to have some time to build up, but in single player it works extremely well, and you will be seeing this later on when I'm fighting with Luxador over a pinpoint. That's where the strategy really comes into play. I will include a timestamp in the video description if you want to be able to move directly to that point. But I recommend you watch the whole thing for context. But if you want to, you can just watch that part. Okay, so the Imperious guy in their capital's frozen. And sadly, we do not have enough stars. We could get an outpost, and that will help us level up our city to level 5. Ginji, for some reason, have decided to show up with a boat, which is not very impressive in terms of firepower. We'll keep hitting Imperius' capital until we bust through, and until then, I think I'll go for Hoodrick some more. If I can grab Hoodrick's capital, and I can grab Imperius' capital, and maybe Alex as well, then I'll have a pretty solid base of attack. So who do we freeze? That guy, and then we hit him twice. Okay. And now we have 2 monuments, which lets us get a second Gaami by turn 17, despite having been under attack from turn 1. And those 2 will now form the base of my Steamroll operation. I can freeze Imperius or Ginji or whoever it was boat. Move back there, freeze, and that lets us grab Hoodrick's capital fairly easily. Oh, Yadak have got a knight. Well, that kind of throws a spanner in the works. Let's recover, grab climbing, and then we can start attacking Aquarium. I think that's the best play right now. Actually, let's just rush Chivalry, why not? We've got a lot of land here, whereas normally you get a lot more water than this. If we had more water, we'd go for battle sledges, but land, I really think that the best tactic is going to be Knight spam with Gaami spam mixed in, and just try and steamroll. So they didn't grab my thing, which was not very intelligent of them. Maybe they couldn't break through, I don't know. I don't have a damage calculator here, so I don't actually know. We'll just go grab that root. Oh, hello. Who do I freeze now? I'll freeze Aquarium, and that will let me get the root. Yow, okay, well I've got these guys coming towards me, and there's quite a lot of them, so we'll have to build some ice fortresses at some point. I think the leader right now is Vengir, because Vengir, yeah, obviously I was under attack from quite early on, so I've got a hindered economy, which is not ideal. But I seem to have broken out of it. Okay, so we now have Vengir attacking us as well. We will take Yadak's capital, but I think but we really need to deal with the Imperius. So why do I keep calling Ginji Imperius? We need to deal with Ginji here because they're going to be a nuisance otherwise. And obviously we've got Luxador coming straight for us. Let's just take Chivalry and then see how it goes from there. We can build maybe 2 knights next turn. Obviously I can't see Incal, as I've mentioned before. I'm looking at this on one corner of my laptop screen in my editor, so I actually can't see the damage stats or anything. I can just see the overall picture of what's going on. Okay. Vengir Port. I wasn't expecting that. I'll grab, and you can take out that guy. What I really do like about the Ice Fortresses is they're great for defending, but as I've said before, my motto in this game is, if you're defending, you're losing. You've always got to attack, so I think they have a limited use case, really. I think my next video is going to be more a strategy video, as opposed to just gameplay. But I don't know how that will actually turn out. Because I did the same thing for Sea of Thieves, and it didn't go particularly well. Okay, well we can freeze that guy, and then move straight in like that. Well, we can't get the capital, but we'll get it next turn, for sure. Unless they have a super unit hiding behind or something. Let's connect these up, and then I think we can get another super unit in a few turns. This time we're going to send it to deal with the Luxador because their night spam and giant spam is seriously starting to worry me. We're also close to getting one in Hoodwick's Cup. Imperius would do, why do I call everyone Imperius? Vengia would do well to build some battleships, but I don't think they're going to. Because if they built battleships, my ice fortresses would go down very quickly. Oh, hello, Quetzali have got knights now. Let's just use this guy to take Jinji's capital, and then this guy can go straight over there and start dealing with Pardo. This is what I like about Gamis, you can hold entire armies in position. I think they're the strongest super unit in the game, honestly. Like, fire dragons take a long time to grow, and you look at something like the crab, it's amphibious, but it's not incredibly powerful or anything. Right, we'll take the former Zabasi capital that is now what? I don't know. These 14-player games are crazy. I can't break through, so we'll just freeze instead. You can go around there and freeze. You can go around there and freeze. I may have some problems in this open territory with knights later on, enemy knights. But I have 2 ice fortresses, so I think that should be quite enough to hold them off for now. Again, now, this is starting to worry me. I think this is where the Steamroll are really going to start, because I can send my Gaami right down the south side of the south corner of the map, and then that way I can create a freeze bridge across to the former Imo capital, and that way, obviously I can't read its name, as I mentioned, and I can use that to completely take it over. We'll build a knight here? Yeah. So this is just going to be knight spam with Gamis creating bridges so that my battle sledges and knights can get across. I'm going to see if it works. It may not work initially, because they have a larger army than me, but I think over time it will pay off. Hey, stop it. They've broken the ice, which again throws a spanner in the works. So I will now march my Gaami down here, and that freezes those units, which means I can now bring my battle sled in to hit that guy, retreat him, and then the knight finishes it off easily. And we can break there with that one. What do we do now? Where do I move this guy? I'll move him south, and I can use him as part of my Steamroll, as kind of the supporting unit. And I'll leave my Gaami here, just in case they try and take the city back. Cover. I think that one Gaami will be well enough to deal with Quetzali. I just cut that bit there, that bit wasn't very interesting. Let's grab an ice fortress, let's grab a knight, and let's see what's going on down here. So we've still got both of their giants frozen, but they have got more knights behind. If their knights can't get through their front line, and Vengia can get through with their battleships, I could be in trouble here. Like, Vengia are just going to overrun me with boat spam eventually if I don't do something about it. I don't have enough ice fortresses. Let's bring this Gaami down here, and then we can freeze all these guys. You can damage him, and you can go there. That was a very, very powerful freeze right there. I've got their entire army in freeze lock now, and they won't be able to break free. You can go over there and hit that giant. Sooner or later he'll fall. You can go there. You can go really slowly, as you do. And we'll take Quetzali's last city. Whatever about Vengia taking it, I don't really care. It would be better if they didn't take it, actually. Let's do some damage. Nice. That's good. I won't be able to break into their city because it's got a super unit in it, but oh hello. Oh hello. So that's the former Illyrian capital over there. Wenger have already chopped down all the trees, lovely. And we'll take more knights. More knights the better. I think I've got enough ice fortresses with my ice archers to hold them off, because I can freeze the units in the ports to stop them from creating any more. Gosh, it's so fun. I had a pass and play game earlier with some friends, and one of us was playing Polaris. It was me actually, and I got a terrible Polaris spawn. Might have to conclude that soon. I think the pass and play mode's pretty fun, but yeah, it's actually quite original because I've not seen very many strategy games. It seems like a fairly obvious feature to add in a local multiplayer, but I've seen very few games that do it, and it's actually a good idea. Huh, well he can't get through. I'm gonna need to strategize this if I want to get my knight through to their capital. Do I have a Gaami so that I can freeze the water to the south so that I can move my knight through? No, okay, in that case I'll just have to keep killing Vengir and we'll move my knights in next time. You can distract them, you can go there, you can attack, you can move in here and beat up some boats. You can move there actually, it's not worth killing that guy. You can do some damage to the giant, you can freeze or recover or something. Oh, you can go back, otherwise the knights will tear him up. Build an ice fortress for defense, and go in and take that city. Yeah. The army can freeze, just top it all off. If you're still watching by this point, then better show you the conclusion of this. Okay, so they're out of freeze lock, but they let me get another very powerful freeze. If I now make room, I can scooch that guy in and attack, move back, and then I can move my Gaami in right there, and that will be the end of them. Because that guy is just gonna tear their thing up. Okay, I can freeze the Vengia boat, fine. But what I really want to do now is take out the former Imo capital, and then let Luxador's empire crumble. Going there would be helpful, but it doesn't let my it does let my battle sledge in actually, which I wasn't expecting, but they do have a lot of mobility on the ice. We'll build some knights, and oh, I forgot about these knights over here. We can just sacrifice a knight or something, I don't know. I kind of need to upgrade this city, but it's already so high level and has so many parks, it's going to be impossible to level it up this time. Because it has absolutely no resources in its bounds. This was the former Bardo capital, there's just Bardo chopped down all the freaking trees, so now I have nothing to upgrade with. Yeah, may as well just take out as many as I can this time. Ooh, it's actually a really good tip. Attack before you upgrade to veteran. Because if you attack before you upgrade to veteran, then you don't then get your health boost after you've attacked, which means you get boosted back up to full. Is that actually a legitimate thing? I think that might be actually a legitimate tip. That would actually be very useful in stuff like multiplayer and like online multiplayer. That could be really useful. Because you could have an archer that's about to be promoted to veteran with a rider next to it in the early game. Then you can attack first and then promote, and then your archer won't take any damage that turn and the rider will. I don't know if that's an exploit or just a feature of how the game's meant to be played, but I think that would actually work pretty well. Okay, now we want to go for the... Hey, there's a city over here no one found. I was thinking there might be one, but... Wow, okay. So let's just go straight for these guys and we can freeze. I think Luxador can take... I finished off Luxador a few turns ago. Now it's just Vengia remaining. Oh no, they're not done yet, just almost. Yeah, the Gaami rider spam actually works really well. Because all you do is just build as many knights as you can. And then your Gaamis can freeze things while the knights attack them in chains, which is really effective. Like a normal giant couldn't really do that. And then you can have ice fortresses to hold points. They do have an objectively very strong military Polaris. It's just a case of sometimes they don't even survive long enough to be able to use it. Right, we can do Luxador here. They're done. Okay, now the final guys. Vengia. I looked on my channel analytics, and it seems my average view duration has gone up, which means my average view duration, why can't I speak tonight, is like, I don't know, certainly longer than it was before. I don't know if that means anyone will actually watch to the end or not, but if you are, then you go. Just in case I didn't emphasize that strategy tip earlier enough, which I don't think I really did, if you can upgrade to a veteran after your unit has made its attack for that turn, I think that's a way for your unit to keep some extra health, which could be pretty useful, so bear that in mind in your games and you should do well. It's not just a Polaris tip either, you can use that with any tribe. This is probably especially good with the early on attacking ones, like if you get a rider Umaji spam or something, you could have potentially really useful stuff like that. Okay, you go there. Can I not finish these guys off? No, if I do some damage with each rider, and then I bring the last one in, I can take those cities under my control. There you go. That's how you establish Polaris domination, guys. Now my voice hurts, but I think that was a pretty cool video. It was fun to record, certainly. There we go. Domination, but I still have a city to capture. The villagers agreed to join your emerging empire. The only empire. Polaris. How much rating did I get out of interest? 90. Okay, 84%. That's pretty fine. Thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.